All right, well, welcome. Thank you for joining me for a quick free 15 minutes of self-massage. Today, we're going to work on feet. Hopefully, you grabbed a tennis ball. It'd be helpful to have one handy if you'd like to try this. And always helpful to have some antibacterial wipes to wipe off your feet in case they're dirty. So let's get started. I'm going to invite you to do a couple of little exercises with me just to kind of gauge how do your feet feel right now and how do you feel in your body. And so you can see how the foot massage will affect your body. So if you'll stand up with me, I'm going to move this back a little bit. And I have no idea why that went on. All right. So I'm going to invite you to take a nice deep breath and just fold over towards your feet. No judgment about how far you get. You might get it just to here, you might get to your knees. Just notice how far you get. So this is comfortably about how far I get before we do our massage. Just notice that. Soften the knees to stand on up, roll your spine up, and just feel your feet flat on the earth. What do they feel like? Just notice. Do you have any pain, any discomfort? Just notice how they feel. Notice how your whole body feels. Close the eyes, being mindful for a moment. Turn your awareness inward. Great. So we're going to start by using the tennis ball. I'm going to invite you to just put the tennis ball on the floor. Turn this down so you can see what I'm doing. And roll your foot on the tennis ball. Comfortable pressure. Whenever we're applying any kind of massage, whether we're using a tool, like we're using the tennis ball right now, or a foam roller, if you use a foam roller, or if we're doing our own self-massage, you want to work up to but never beyond that pleasure-pain border. So you don't want it to hurt. You can get into a zone that I call delicious discomfort, where it kind of is approaching that edge where it might be painful, but you're still in that comfort zone, okay? You're going to roll right at the base of the toes, roll along the arch, roll the heel, and right between where the arch and the heel meet, just roll the whole foot. We'll just do that for like 1 minute on each foot. All right. Now, if you notice any places that are a little tender, maybe find that space, keep it in the comfort zone, stop the ball, and slowly start to gradually lean on it just a little bit. Take a couple of deep breaths as you do this. If you can relax your foot around the ball. And then slowly ease the weight off of that. And place the foot back on the floor. And notice right to left, whichever foot you work, does it feel different than the foot that you didn't work yet? All right? And then we'll go ahead and do the other foot. So placing the ball, roll it around, roll it along the arch, roll it at the base of the toes, roll it at the heel, roll it between the heel and the arch. Make sure you cover as much of the sole of the foot as you can, just rolling the ball. Breathing. And again, if you find a spot that feels like it's got a little bit of tension in there, stop the ball there. very gradually, slowly start to lean on it, always staying in that comfort zone. Don't press too hard. Now, if for any reason you have any kind of condition where you don't have sensitivity in the feet or that sensitivity is impaired, I'm going to invite you to press on an area of your body with your hand that does not have impaired sensitivity. Notice how much pressure you can take in that area comfortably. And then be mindful never to add more than that amount of pressure when we're working on the feet, which we're going to do in just a moment. All right. Slowly ease off of that pressure. Good. And just kind of shake your legs out a little bit. We encourage you to take a nice deep breath again and fold over again and just notice, do you go any further? And as you can see, that has affected my ability to forward fold quite significantly. Before I was only about here, and now I can touch the floor. So just that little bit has had a significant effect on the body. I'm going to move us a little closer here, and then you can see. So we're going to start doing some massage. So take your antibacterial wipe, and let's clean off the bottom of the foot. Hopefully you've already washed your hands. Okay. Clean the other foot. Good. All right. So I have taken some markers and drawn what we're going to be doing on one of my feet, and we'll be adding some more. Then teach you two techniques. So the first technique, let's see if we can get this adjusted just a little bit. There we go. The first technique is an inching technique. You can use your thumb or your finger, so we'll start with a thumb. And you just press, release, and move slightly forward. Press, release, move slightly forward. Press, release. So you're kind of just inching along. It might look like a sewing machine needle or a little inchworm. So this is a great technique for working when we want to work a large area. Now, if that bothers your thumb at all, you can also do this with a couple of fingers. Press, release, press, release, press, release. Okay. Another technique is called thumb chasing thumb, but never catching. So here we're going to support the thumb with your hand and then press, lift this thumb up, press the other thumb down. And then we're going to slowly follow each other, pressing and releasing. Now, I don't know if you can see how my whole body is moving while I'm doing this. So I'm rocking from my sit bone to apply this pressure rather than using arm strength to apply it. So I'm rocking from my body. And I'm going to encourage you to try to use your body for this as much as possible. Okay? So those are our techniques. And now we're going to work our feet. So I've already started this one. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to work along the bones in between, in the spaces between the bones. All right? So here, if I was going to do that inching technique, I would go all the way along this bone on the medial side of the foot. Then I would hop over and follow this channel between that bone. And you can do this up or you can do this down, whichever feels most comfortable to you. Okay. This might feel more comfortable to do the two fingers down or up. Okay. So just press, release, press, release. Yep. Following the channels. And ideally, you'll work each line 3 times. So I'm going to kind of show some different tools here so you can get the hang of this. Good. Now you'll see this broad line across here. This is the retinaculum of the foot. We're going to just kind of find a little indentation there and work into that area here. So this is just a back and forth motion. You'll notice that it was enough of a rubbing that it took the marker right off my foot. All right, so I'm going to mark the sole of the foot now, what we're going to do, and we're going to again do lines. All right, so we're going to just do vertical lines on the foot. With our inching technique, okay? So here we go, inching. You can do this for yourself. This is a great repertoire to do right before bed. Working the feet helps make you sleepy. So if you have any trouble falling asleep, working the feet can be really helpful. And even though I'm teaching you to do this on yourself, this is something pretty easy that you could do on a partner or family member. Okay, we did each of those once. We're going to go ahead and do them 2 more times. Now, as you're kind of exploring here, if there's any places you notice that are particularly tender or feel like they're holding a little more tension. So for instance, right here for me, I noticed a little more tension. So just like with the tennis ball, I'm going to place my tool there, in this case, my thumb. You could also use a knuckle. I'm just going to gradually lean into it and hold with some pressure there for about 30 seconds. Just breathing easily. I could also do a circular motion. So that would be making like a little spiral there. Okay, circular motion. Good. Nice. All right, we're now going to do lines across. Look at that nice spiral I have on my knuckle. Across the foot in a horizontal pattern. So next is this, okay? We just want to kind of cover the whole surface of the foot going across. So again, you can do that inching, or perhaps that thumb chasing thumb would be easier to do here. So notice the difference when I'm using my whole body and kind of rocking into this. It's much easier on my body. It actually feels better too. So again, we're going to do 3 passes. Good. Keep going. Again, always working within your comfort level, your comfort zone. 1 more. So you can do that inching technique again, or the thumb chasing thumb. Now, since my diagrams are getting a little faded here, or a little rubbed off, I'm going to actually clean them off completely. All right. So what I think we'll do is move over. So now I want to get a little bit more into this base of the toe area. So for this, you can actually use your whole fingers and come in and just crunch down and lean forward and get along here. So again, 3 passes along that line. Next, we're going to work on the toes. Now, the toes, we can work with a pinching motion, okay? So we're going to pinch both top and bottom. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and then pinch side to side. So top and bottom, and side to side. 3 passes on each line. Good. And you can move and wiggle each of those toes. Circle them around a little bit. Lastly, we're going to come to the heel. Now, you know how we did that crunching on the ball? We're going to do that crunching right at the base of the heel. So there is a modality of foot massage called foot reflexology. And in that, the philosophy is that there is a map of the entire body on the feet. And so by working certain areas of the feet, you're affecting other parts of the body. In this case, this area we're working right here affects low back. So those of you who've been sitting a lot more than you're used to, perhaps having a little bit of low back pain, this can be a great area to work. Lastly, we're going to work the heel. We're going to do those circular swirl motions that I had earlier in the area that kind of doesn't feel so good. So little swirls. We'll do a circle around the edge of the heel using my knuckle. Again, rocking my body. Good. And in the center. And again, we'll do that 3 times. And then we're going to press all the way around the outside of the foot. So that same pinching motion, but a big wide pinch all the way around the outside of the foot. Again, 3 times. Nice. We're going to rub the base of the foot with a flat hand, warm it up a little bit, and we're going to wring it a little bit. Like you're wringing out a towel. Good. Soft fist, a little gentle wrapping on it, a little bounce. And then let's check out our feet. Oops. Move this back. And feet. Okay. So, oh, still not working. There we go. You can see that? There we go. All right. So, what do you notice? How does your foot that you worked feel like different from the foot you didn't work? Hopefully, it feels a lot more alive. Trying that forward fold. Now it can go even lower and only one foot can work. Perhaps the color looks a little different in the foot that was worked versus the foot that has not been worked. So these are some very basic, very simple, very effective foot massage techniques. Your task is to do the other foot on your own. So have a great afternoon, and it was a pleasure talking with you, and I'll hopefully see you next week. Thank you so much, and have a great day.